We've got to talk about this guy. I've seen him doing the rounds quite a bit in the media recently. This isn't a new story, but it's a story that's ever developing. Frank Illet, a Manchester United fan, has vowed to not cut his hair before his beloved team wins 5 matches in a row. This has been going on for a long time, and it started as a bit of a joke, but my man is now looking like Marwan Fellaini. A little bit of the hair the guy has got is ridiculous, and with the way Manchester United are going, it's looking tough for that to happen. Getting 5 wins in a row right now for Ruben Amorim's men, it's a tall order. They've come close a few times since he took this challenge on, but, you know, it's become a real symbol of frustration at Old Trafford. I mean, he seems pretty happy about it, looking at this picture here, but, yeah. You know, I admire him for sticking to it because his hair isn't getting any shorter, and the chances of him cutting his hair anytime soon, that's also getting shorter as well. But let's have a look at this, guys. I've got a full article here on thefootballchronicle.com going over this because, yeah, it's been a while. It's been a long time since he first made this bet, and he's going to have to stick with it for quite some time yet, I do believe. It's been a long year for Manchester United fans, but perhaps none have felt it more than Frank Illet. The lifelong supporter set himself a challenge back in October 2024. He wouldn't cut his hair until his team managed to win 5 consecutive games. Illet told ESPN, quote, "I thought it would only go on for a few months and would be a bit of a laugh. Oh, don't worry, Frank. It's a laugh, all right. It's a laugh at your expense, unfortunately, but also at the team too. It was something to spread humour to the Man United fans during a difficult period of time. It didn't feel unrealistic then because the season before they had won 5 games in a row." End quote. But then Amorim happened. At the time, United had just lifted the FA Cup under Erik ten Hag and looked set for progress. Didn't work out that way though, did it? But 77 games and a managerial change later, Illet's hair is still growing and the club still hasn't managed the 5-game winning streak that would allow him to cut it. The closest they've come was a 3-game run back in January under current manager Ruben Amorim, when they beat Rangers, Fulham and FCSB. To Steaua Bucharest to me and you. By contrast, Liverpool achieved 5 straight victories earlier this season in just over a month, a painful reminder to Illet of the gap between the two rivals. Although Liverpool have lost 3 in a row now, so swings and roundabouts, I suppose. What began as a light-hearted challenge has turned into a viral story. Illet, who is now based in Spain, posts daily updates to over 700,000 followers across Instagram and TikTok, documenting each day without a haircut. His bushy hair has become an unintentional monument to United's struggles. I've had a lot of ups and downs, and the thing is, the sheer amount of it takes so much of my time. The washing, the brushing, the drying, everything takes so much longer than I'm used to. End quote. Illet's mood has risen and fallen with United results. He was at Old Trafford to see them beat Chelsea 2-1 earlier this season, only to watch them lose 3-1 to Brentford a week later. The shock Carabao Cup defeat to League 2 side Grimsby Town was their lowest point. "I've tried to keep positive, I've tried to keep optimistic," he said, "but that was the moment where I thought I couldn't find a positive and keep pretending that something would happen." End quote. Not all the attention has been welcome though. Police are investigating an incident at Chelsea where another fan grabbed Illet's hair and hurled abuse. Illet said, quote, "It was a bit weird to be honest. I will always try and focus on the positives and hope this was just a one-off." End quote. That's pretty shocking, really. Like, come on, man. Why are you going doing that? Chelsea fans, eh? They've got a history when it comes to this sort of stuff, I suppose. They've done worse in the past, let's be real here. And I do want to emphasise that's just a minority of Chelsea fans. That's just, you know, one guy in this case, but there is a reputation there, let's put it that way. And despite everything, Illet has not lost faith in Amorim, saying, quote, "I don't think changing the manager is the answer. I understand completely that people are saying the most important thing in football is results, but I do think there are some positives. We've had the most expected goals and shots in the league. If a few of those goals went in, we'd be having a completely different conversation." End quote. But to paraphrase Gino Di Campo, that famous philosopher from my hometown of Sheffield, he said, "If my grandmother had wheels, she'd be a bike." So, you know, you can't really go saying that. With more than 30 Premier League games still to play and the FA Cup on the horizon, Illet remains committed to his unusual vow. We'll find out together how much longer it can go. Man United fans saying that it can't get any worse, you know, just remember what Mick McCarthy said back in the day. It can. It can get worse. It can't get worse, surely. It can. But yeah, unfortunately for him, it's getting worse and worse. I mean, I'm half tempted to do the same bet with my hair or my beard or something like that, because my team right now absolutely sucks. Like, it's embarrassing. We ain't getting 5 wins this season in a row. We haven't even got 5 wins yet. So, there's that. I understand the temptation that he's got there to kind of egg them on. He's got a bit of skin in the game even more now. I respect him. I really do for sticking with it. I mean, that idiot Chelsea fan, just get in the bin, man. Why are you doing that? But yeah, for more stories from the weird and wacky world of football, keep it tuned here to thefootballchronicle.com, guys. See you soon. Have a great day.